Hello, morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are listening from or joining from. My name is Terry Omodibo, the founder of the leading Business Success Cities brand leadership coach. Um, Thank you for joining in. So let me just wait a minute and see if I have a few persons joining me live, and then we can heat up tonight's conversation, this evening's conversation. All right. I know a couple of people, it is way early for some people, but for some others, it's not so early, right? Depending on your schedule. But I think I know we have a few persons joining in, whatever the case may be. Okay, so let's see if I have a few persons joining. If I have a few persons joining, then we hit up. All right, we hit up tonight's conversation on Pathways to Success Live. Okay, great stuff. Great stuff. Okay, let's see if I have one or two persons joining. All right, in another 1 minute. If I don't have, I'm going to go on with the conversation. All right, and if we have, oh wow, I think someone just came in now. We're going to go right into the conversation. And of course, I know there are persons who may not be available right now, but they also listen to the replay. So the replay will be up and running on the community for those who take advantage of it. Okay. Um, awesome. So great. So that's one person. At least there's one person joining tonight. Thank you for joining in tonight. I see it's at least one person. So if you're joining, please let me know your name and let me know where you're joining me from. All right. If you can also put it in the comment section so that I can put that on the screen. All right. Put that on the screen. At least let's just give a shout out and the feedback there. All right. Great. Awesome. So let's know where you're joining from. That's awesome. So since we have at least one person joining, like I said, all my conversations is not about a large number of people. It's just about a few leaders. Okay, we are all about raising leaders. So leaders are not everywhere. All right, leaders are scarce. So we just need to find them. All right, so they know themselves. When we are in the mix, we know ourselves. All right, we know ourselves. So we just need to find them. We need to just find them and then identify themselves. So we work with leaders, of course. We can build a large network of people to achieving our goals, the Vision 2030 goal. Okay, so I'll be talking more about that. I think I shared about that last week when I shared about how goal setting, vision, and goal setting changed my life. The part one and the part two. Part one, I dealt more deeply on the vision aspect, but I know that I've not been able to share very deeply, maybe in a live video on the vision itself and how it came up and all those things. I've always put it in stories, all right, in my conversation, but I think I'm going to create one day to share that so at least everyone knows what we're working at, and then we can, those who can pick up the vision, they can run with it, and then also we can together collaborate to actually ensuring that the vision comes to pass. Like I said, vision it's always initiated by one person, but it doesn't take just that person to bring it to pass. Somehow, when there's a vision, there will always be provision. So provision is always for the vision. You don't need to begin to figure out the provision aspect. The provision aspect is divine, but the vision is personal. Okay, so in terms of what we're doing here in this community, it's something that has been I initiated. The vision was given and hands on to me, but it doesn't take only me, all right, to actually achieve it. So we need a couple of leaders also want to be able to build leaders, raise exceptionals. We also want to be able to attract leaders, okay? Attract leaders, and that's also a critical point of our mission. Okay, so I'm going to go through right on without wasting too much time in a minute or two. But first of all, let me introduce myself again because I know that a few persons, uh, I know that a few of us did not join me from the beginning. Okay, so my name is Terry Omodibo. I am the founder of the Leading Beyond Success community. I'm so excited to be here tonight again to share another episode of the Pathway to Success Life. All right, so this started about many months back, many months ago. I can remember now, maybe over 18 months ago. Right, it was handed over to me. The name was Divine, as far as I'm concerned. All right, it was Divine. Go talk about this. All right, to share on the ingredients, the recipe that you can use, anyone can use to actually achieve success, right? And then share based on your journey. That's why I heard that, all right? And I shared also that about we call it a trance, all right? A short vision, or a short, maybe a trance, uh, where some of these things happen. That since that day, I've been clear on where I'm going. I've been clear on where I'm headed at, and I've been also been again clarity on my message or some of the things I'll be talking about. So I'm very direct, not looking at anywhere, just focused, and then going ahead to actually do what I've been called to do. Okay. So, but like I said, this is not going to be achieved by just me. We need a lot of collaboration from people, other people. We want to grow leaders, we want to raise leaders, we also want to attract leaders. And that's the reason why some of the things we'll be doing this year will be in that direction. So, in terms of introduction, again, I know I've drifted out a lot of the introduction. What I do simply is I help individuals, professionals, entrepreneurs, or business owners to actually create and build systems, processes, and competencies that will enable them to be able to uh, increase their impact and influence, and of course, increasing their income in the process. So we're all about skills, we're all about competencies, systems, and processes, everything that you need to be able to expand, be able to extend your influence, your message out there. It's what we're all about, and build positive influence is what we're all about. Okay, so tonight I'm going to be sharing again on the topic I call how developing the right habits can enhance or can enable you or can improve your results. Okay, how how let me put that on the screen to show. Okay, great. So, how developing the right habits improves your chances of attaining your desired results. So, that's what I'll be sharing tonight. And this is simply going to be based on my journey. Okay, on my journey. I had a wonderful journey the last 5 years. I had in the personal development space. So, I'm going to be bringing a couple of stories around my journey to actually buttress all the points I'll be sharing tonight. Now, this is not expected to be a very long conversation. All right, this is expected to be a very short conversation within another 45 minutes. I should be done. All right, this is a 1 hour conversation. I believe it's going to be very impactful. Okay, so today the design is to have it on the community. That maybe from February we're going to tweak a few things. All right, last week we had that episode and I streamed it live on the community. I also streamed it live on my profile, Facebook profile, and also on YouTube. So, but for today, all right, this is straight on into the community, I believe, because this is my constituency. So, I want the value in here. I want people to get the value here. Of course, others who want to also benefit from some of the things we'll be sharing have to be part of the constituency. Okay, so this is for you. All right, for you who are members of a community, all right, leading to your success community. And I believe it's going to be value, 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 value. Okay, value, value. So for those who have been part of the previous sections, previous conversations, if you've gotten value from any of these conversations, please feel free, all right, to share some of these values you've gotten from those conversations. Feel free to share some of those values, all right? If you've gotten some, we need to getting steps, nuggets that you have run with and created results, feel free to share live in the community. Please free to share live, all right? Or you can send it to me. We're going to put right there for other people to be able to learn through these processes, okay? So I always assume every time I share that not everyone knows about what I'm sharing about. You could be very shocked. Okay, what I'm sharing about today, I knew about it at least just about 5+ years ago. Okay, so you will think that I probably have known this several years back. Okay, so I don't assume that everyone knows about this, but still, there are three sets of people right here who may be listening to me right now. You probably at the beginner stage, you don't know jack about what I'm going to be sharing today. You don't know jack about how your habits influence your results. You don't know about it. You are just a beginner, so you probably are going to get so much value from this conversation. Therefore, some other set of people, all right, they are intermediate, all right, they are amateurs. They know about these things, but they never do them. So this is going to be like a wake up call to actually take those things very seriously. All right, take it seriously. Okay, so a wake up call to actually take this seriously. Now, for the last set of people, hey, they know about this. Okay, they know about this. They know how this works, and they're able to use it to get a lot of results. So for you, this is just a reminder. All right, it's just a reminder to do whatever that is necessary for you to win with what you're going to be hearing from the conversation. So these are big the pros. Okay, and also it's a reminder to take it on and go and use it to also influence other people. So these series of people, I always address them in the conversation, any of my conversations. So at the beginning stages, you don't know jack about what I'm sharing tonight. You're gonna use this and go wrong with it. You will create results. All right. Like I said earlier, you will think that everyone knows about it, but not everyone knows about it. Now, the next set of people are people, yes, you've heard about it. You probably used it, all right? You know it's what you should be doing, but you don't do it. So this is a wake-up call. Go ahead and implement some of the things we're going to be talking tonight. And then the third set of people are the pros, those who already know about this, they're using it. Please, this is like a reminder to go ahead and implement it more and create the results that you desire more, and of course, help other people to be able to create results in their different spheres of influence. Okay, so tonight, like I said, I'll be sharing on how developing the right habits. All right, on the recipe for success in life, career, and business. How developing the right habits improves your chances of attaining your desired results. How developing the right habits improves your chances of attaining your desired results. If you're joining in right now, please let me know where you're joining me from. I see a lot of people joining in. Let me know where you're joining from. All right, put your name on the comments, engage the comment section, engage the video, put in the comments your name and where you're joining me from. It would be great to get that feedback that you are joined. Now, if you're watching the replay, you can also do that. I watched the replay. My name is Days Live from this, right? It's a good feedback. And of course, in the course of the conversation, if you get value, all right, whatever that you get as value, please drop it in the comment section. I'll be so glad to read from you. All right, I'll be so glad to read from you. A lot of people I know are getting value from this. All right, a lot of people are getting value from this, and I believe, all right, that they're going to use this to also implement in their lives and get the right results that they need. Okay, so straight right on into what I have tonight, quickly because I don't have so much time to share. I'm talking about how developing the right success habits can enhance or improves the chances of you attaining your desired results. Okay, or how it can influence your future or help you to recreate your future, or how it helps you to attain the results that you desire the most, or how it enables you to attain to live your life to the fullest. All right, whatever ways that you, or enables you or how developing the right habits enables you to attain success in your life, career, and business, or how developing the right habits enables you to build a profitable business, or how developing the right habits enables you to be able to build an amazing organization, or how developing the right habits enables you to build the right teams in your organization, or whatever way you want to add this, how it enables you to influence, all right, other people to getting results, either in your institution, in church, wherever way you want to apply this, okay? It's same thing. So, all right, so I'm going to dive a little more about habit side of what you need to do to get the result that you need for looking at your habits, okay? Great. So if you have questions, you can always drop it in the course of the conversation. I will take the questions. All right. I will take the questions at the end. But if you have them, please drop it in the middle. Drop it in the comments. All right. Drop your questions in the comments. I'll be glad to read from them and then address them at the end of the conversation. But please ensure that you engage this video. Ensure, all right, that you give me the feedback, whatever that resonates with you. All right, let me know by dropping it also in the comments. So this is the Pathways to Success live with Terry Omodibo. All right, and I'm streaming this live on the Leading Your Success community, and I believe we're going to get some value tonight. We're going to get some value tonight. All right, where I'm going to be sharing on the recipe for success in life, career, and business, how developing the right success habits improve your chances of attaining your desired results. So first of all, what's habit? What's habit? Okay, what's habit? So according to my pastor is Dr. Sam Adeyemi, Dr. Sam Adeyemi of Daystar Christian Center. That's my pastor. All right, I've been under the ministry for over 18 years right now, and I've been under that ministry, and I've learned so much that have influenced my life in a positive direction. And some of the things that I know today are based on what I've gotten from that ministry, all right, under the leadership of Dr. Sam Adeyemi. So, why I brought that name is that there's a definition he always gives, all right? The definition he always gives about habits. They said a habit is something you do, all right? Habit is something you do so often that later becomes so easy. A habit is something you do so often that later becomes so easy. All right. So it's something that is continuous. You do it so often and then later becomes so easy. All right. But from the dictionary standpoint, a habit is something that you do often and regularly, something without knowing you are doing it. That's from Cambridge Dictionary. All right. It's something you do often and regularly, something that you knowingly, without knowing that you are doing it. Okay, that's what the Cambridge Dictionary says. Okay, but I will always say that a habit is a product. Okay, it's a product of your repeated thoughts, feelings, and actions. It's something that you do continually. Like they said, I made a post this morning. I'm going to just read that post because it's very crucial. All right, I did a post this morning and I share the post was all about today. I said one of my goals in life is to become successfully rich and wealthy. So I had this goal and drive from when I was young, seeing that we couldn't afford some basic things like other people, and knowing that there's really no difference between those who are rich and those who are poor, except the opportunities available to them that they seize. So I started to sell sweets and biscuits, all right, during the holidays to earn my own money. And after seeing that I could make extra money by exchanging what people want for money, I honed my sales skills and began to use other gifts and talents I had to make some extra cash. That was when I realized that successful people aren't born that way. They become successful by establishing the habit of doing things unsuccessful people doesn't like to do. Period. All right. So I'm going to repeat that again. All right. I said that's when I realized that successful people aren't born that way. They become successful by establishing the habit of doing things unsuccessful people don't like to do. I was able to support myself with extra cash through school and with the skills and abilities I earned, in addition to what my parents would give me after paying my school fees. All right. So I said, we are what we repeatedly do. Watch your actions because they become words. Watch your words because they become actions. Watch your actions because they become your habits. So if you can just pay attention to the habits you develop daily, you would evolve to be the success you truly are in no time. And more importantly, be able to help other people to become who they are designed to be. Okay, so a habit is a product of repeated thoughts, feeling, and actions. That's why I said, watch your thoughts. They become your words. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Thank you, Comfort. I think that's Comfort. Thank you for joining. I could I could see your engagement there. Thank you so much for joining. All right. So, watch your thoughts. They become your actions. Watch your thoughts. They become your actions. They become your words. Sorry. Watch your thoughts. They become your words. Watch your words because they become, all right, watch your words because they become your what? Actions. And of course, your actions becomes the habits. So it's repeatedly. It's a cycle. Okay. I wrote a book many years ago. I put the book together as an ebook, but not launched yet. All right. And I'm going to say the title right now, but I dealt very deeply about this. I put a lot of things in terms of, I was talking about the mind and how that affects, of course, because habits at the end of the day, there's a way it syncs with what's on your mind. Sometimes you're doing things unknowingly, all right, but those are the things that are creating the results that you have today. So you have to pay attention to the habits that you develop daily. Daily, your thoughts becomes your actions, or your thoughts becomes the words. Your words form the actions, and of course, the actions is equal to the habits. And of course, your habits now direct or influences your behavior. Your behavior. Your habits direct your behavior. Your habits direct your character. Your habits affects what you do. For example, let's take some critical examples of some of these things we're talking about. So for me, all right, if I want to put on my shoes, I don't know how this came about. Okay, I don't know how it came about, but I know I have been putting on my shoes from my left leg. So I put on my left shoes first before I put on my right shoes. How it came about, I can tell. Okay, but somehow that's what has been the norm. Okay, so when I'm done my left, I go to my right, and of course I'm done. That's what I do normally. How it happened, I started, I don't know, but I know I've done that repeatedly over time. It's become very easy. Okay, so same thing on the toothpaste. All right, my toothpaste, I always use the left hand to hold the toothpaste and the right hand to hold the brush, and then press the toothpaste onto the brush. And I always use my right hand to brush my teeth. It's been normal with me. Okay, how that's I don't know. I don't know how that happened, but I know I probably have done it repeatedly over time, and that's created the results that I have today. So same thing. We do some things continually over and over again over a period of time, and it becomes our actions. And of course, the actions created the habits, and of course, those habits becomes the behavior. So, what does that tell you? It means that if you want to create a habit, sometimes just do things over and over, it becomes a habit. So, what does that tell you too? It means the things that you're doing today, you're not born with them. You were not born with them, right? Somehow you have been doing them over and over, and they've created the results that you have today. So if you look at your life today, if you look at the things that you look at your results today, and you are displeased, you're not happy, you are displeased about the results. Same way I was some years back. I sat down and I looked at my life. Okay. And I said, when I was growing up, I had big dreams and big goals. I came into the city of Lagos with heavy dreams and goals. I had taken some decisions in my life that were in sync to those goals. So I give some of those decisions I made. Number one decision was I said I was coming to the city of Lagos. Why? Because I believe that if I get here, I know here I can create the results faster than where I'm coming from. Number two is that I decided to work in a particular industry to hone some of my skills, especially sales skills. That's one. And then two, I said I was also going to work in a manufacturing company to know how manufacturing is done. I created those results. My first time I was dropping a manufacturing company. The next thing was I said that after 5 years I was going to resign and then go start my own business. It happened exactly that. So I had made some of those decisions, but at some point, all right, a lot of things happened. The business grew mightily at the beginning, but at some point I started to dip. And then I started to look inwards on my life. What are some of the things that I have done that have created the results that I have today? If I want to change my results, I need to pay attention to the habits. I need to pay attention to my daily activities. I need to pay attention to the way I think. I need to pay attention to the people I'm around with. These are all different scenarios, all right? So I had to do an evaluation of my life and I discovered if I want to get to the results. Thank you, Benny. All right, Samuel, for joining. I think I see your comment there. Thank you so much for joining. So I told myself I need to pay attention to the habits. I need to pay attention to there's some things that are not tidying up. How are the other people getting the results that they're getting? There must be a way, there must be a way. Sincerely, like I said, this is about 5, 6 years now or so, right, that I heard about the fact that my habits and the results of that. My habits have been the cause of the result that I have. But if I want to change my result, I should pay attention to the habits. I'm like, that's true. That's true. I have developed some things, daily activities, without knowing those daily activities were not leading anywhere. So if I want to change the results I needed to change those things. And that's what I did. Started my personal development journey not so long time ago, but it has changed a whole lot of things. It has created, right? It has helped me with clarity about my life. It has helped me to be able to influence other people. It has helped me to be able to create the results that I've created. And of course, it has helped me to know exactly where I'm going and also the drive to create the results that I desire. So, how am I able to do that? It's very simple. The habits. Habits are critical. You don't know. You can argue it. You can argue it, but you can't argue with the results. Right? You can argue with the results. You can argue with the habits. You can argue with someone about the habits, but you cannot argue with the result. Your results will speak. And of course, when you get the results, find out you are the cause. So I heard this clearly, all right? That then when a lot of issues, things were happening, all right, the results I was looking for, I wasn't getting it. I heard it clearly that if I want to change the results I had, that I was the cause of the problem. All right. If I want to change the results, I have the cause of the problem. The problem is me. The problem is not anyone. It's not external. The problem is internal. I had to deal with that. I had to deal with myself. If you need to tell anyone the truth, tell yourself the truth at some point. You can deceive everyone, but you can't deceive yourself. Okay? So I had to tell myself the truth. Terry, you are the cause of your problem. You are the reason why you are here today. You are the reason why this thing is not working. You are the reason why these results you're having it. You made some decisions of the past that did not give you the results that you need. You needed. But right now, this is the results you've gotten based on the decisions you made. And of course, those decisions were based on the habits you formed. So I said, okay, how do I begin to change the results I want moving forward? The first thing was to change the habits. And that's why I'm sharing tonight. How you want to enhance and improve those results. The desired result is changing your daily habits, what you do daily. What you do daily. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a long life fight. It's going to be a marathon, but it's going to be worth your while. I am still fighting. I'm still fighting some of those habits today. Right? Those habits that are not giving the result that I needed then, still fighting them today. But I'm getting better results because some of them I won. All right? Some of them I won. And I'm so glad I did. Because if I didn't, I won't be here today. I won't be here today. So, we need to know that your daily routine determines whether you succeed or not, or you fail. Your daily routine. Like John Marshall will say that it's hidden in your daily routine. That success in life is hidden in your daily routine. So your daily routine determines whether you succeed or you fail. Your daily routine will determine whether you advance in your career or you fail. Your daily routine will determine whether you go far in life. That's the truth. Pay attention to what you do daily, because that accumulates into the results. If you do something over and over again, you get the result. Like they say, if you want to continue to do the same thing over and over again, and you expect a different result, it's the beginning of madness. It's the beginning of insanity. Why? Because you have formed some habits that have brought you this far. If you want to change them, you need to change the habits. You need to change the daily activities. Even in sales, because I'm a sales professional, even in sales, we can tell your results based on your activities. We can tell. If you're not doing the right activities, you don't get the right results. What you do daily, what you do not even daily, what you do hourly will determine the results you will get in a nutshell. There's some days, just like today, I'm not done anything, I'm not done much. I'm not done much. I'm not done much. Hey, what do I do? So every time, always apply the 80-20 rule. That 20% of your activities will always give you 80% of your results. 80% of your activities will always give you 20% of your result. So for organizations or for your individual life too, the same thing applies. If you see your result, check it out. You only use 20% of the activities to achieve 80% of those results. And those 20% activities are always the right activities, but they are difficult activities. Check it out. Okay? They're difficult activities. They're habitual. Okay? Habitual. So you have to pay attention. Pay attention. Good attention to those activities. Okay? Like we know there are good and bad habits. The habits that inspires our effectiveness and help us to create results, our creativity and productivity are positive habits, or they are good habits. All right. Those that slow us down, all right, are bad habits. And of course, I will always say that positive habits or good habits are difficult to cultivate. Very difficult to cultivate. It takes a lot of intentionality. It takes a lot of consistency. It takes a lot of push, intentionality, pressing forward to be able to keep that consistent to create the results. But you don't have to do anything to create a bad habit. You don't have to do anything to create a bad habit. It comes by default. It's slow to cultivate. Sorry, easy to cultivate. Right? It's very easy to cultivate. A bad habit, do nothing. You cultivate it. Just keep doing nothing. All right? It's already a habit. You form it. But a good habit is slow to cultivate. Very slow. Hard to cultivate. Difficult. You have to push. You have to press. Sometimes you keep analyzing it again and again. Should I really do this? All right. So one of my goals this year is to do a lot of live videos. So I want to share this right now. It's practical. Live videos. So I told myself this year, at least once, I'm going to do live videos. Whatever it takes. However it be, I'm going to do it. Okay? I'm also going to be on all my platforms. All right? Instagram, I'm going to touch each platform and grow those platforms. It's a goal for the year. But it's not easy. It comes with a price. Okay? So I started very well. First week, I was here. Right? Second week, it was tough. Yeah, it was tough, but I set it goal. It was tough. But I told myself, Jerry, you have to lead by example. Do it. When you get the results, you can teach it. It's as simple as that. Right? That's a coach. Do it, get the results, you teach it. And other people do it. And of course, after a while, it becomes your habit. All right, Comfort says, well done, sir. Thank you so much, Comfort. I'm going to put that on the screen. Thank you. All right, if you get anything, if you're getting something, please jump in the comments. Just engage the comments. Let me know what you're getting. I'm going to put that on the screen. I appreciate you for joining in. All right, like I said at the beginning, this is not about a large number of people. When you're talking to leaders, leaders are not many, I feel. I am called to talk to leaders, potential and emerging leaders. Okay, so we can only build them, raise exceptionals, or attract them. So I'm not after, I did a live video today and there was 1,000 people. No. We're going to get there. All right, but you need a few persons who are leaders already, all right, to be able to go influence other people. Of course, leaders are followers, so it's easier to multiply effect. So this community is about raising leaders or attracting leaders. That's all. All right, it's not about the numbers. With a few leaders, we can get to our goals, we can get the results that we desire. Okay, so that is it. That is it. Just a minute, please. Just a minute. Okay. All right, sorry. We can get results that we require. Just a minute, I need to send this message quickly. All right, so sorry. There's an agency I just need to attend to. Give me a minute or less, actually. Okay. All right. So that's it. That's it. So today you can see I'm getting the results I needed because it's taking pace. So the first one I did, I think I did it on Saturday. The next one I said this week must not go by until I do, and I did it live on a Sunday. Today I'm doing it on Friday. Friday is supposed to be the actual day I plan to actually do the pathway to success. But I may likely review it to an evening time. I don't know yet. All right. This was supposed to be a Friday, a Success Friday conversation. Okay, but let's see how this goes. Probably do it consistently over time, and then people can actually join in and get some more value. But like I said, I'm going to be leaving this on the community for those who are who going to listen to the replay, so you can listen to this over and over again and get some results out of it. Please, never ever think that it's easy. It's always sacrificial to imbibe the right habits. Okay, so habits that inspire effectiveness and productivity is slow to cultivate, but you have just practically do nothing, you can cultivate the bad habits. So it's easy to cultivate. Bad habits are easy to cultivate. Okay, it's very, very easy to cultivate, and you don't want to go rah because you're not going to get the results that you desire. So Benjamin Franklin says that your net worth to the world is usually determined after your bad habits have been subtracted from the good ones. The net worth is determined, all right? It's usually determined by after your bad habits have been subtracted from the good ones. So it's like net habits. Okay, let's take away the bad ones from the good ones. What is left? So for some people, the bad habits will be way 80%. Some people it will be less. So you check it out. Do the math yourself. Evaluate yourself. The habits that you have. Take a pen and paper and write it down. Good habits, bad habits. You need to list out. See, it's going to reveal to you why you have the results that you have today. Easy. All right. You're going to see that you have a lot of bad habits that are not helping your life and lead to good habits. 80-20 rule comes in there too. If you want better results, then increase the number of habits that are good, that is strategic to your goal. Reduce the bad habits that is pulling you down. Simple like that. Evaluate it. That's the next result you're having today. So evaluate your habits, evaluate your daily activities, and see the result. Brian Tracy says successful people are simply those with success habits. Develop success habits. We first make our habits, then our habits makes us. So I've created that already. I've already said that already. That the first thing is your thoughts. Your thoughts inspire your words. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And of course, the words creates the actions. Sometimes we move in the direction of our words. Sometimes knowingly or unknowingly. Okay, I don't want to dive into that. That's the different topic in life. I can expatiate on that. And of course, the actions create the habits, and of course, the habits create the results. So the results can be either your attitude, your character. The results can be the productivity, effectiveness, or the bad results that you're getting today. So habits will make you achieve success in your various endeavors. All right, good habits will make you achieve success in your various in your different endeavors. So ensure that you cultivate the right ones. Hey, that's the whole idea about today's conversation. So, all right, so I'm going to be talking now. So, what are some of these habits? As I've explained a lot about these habits, That there are a lot of it. All right, there are a lot of it. Like I said, I have an ebook in that direction. Maybe in the course of the year, I'm going to release that maybe for free or maybe at a cost, depending. All right, depending on my mood at a particular time. All right, but I have just a few that I'm going to be sharing because of the time. Today, I have about 5 of them I'm going to be sharing. All right, the first one I'm going to be sharing today is setting goals. So I talked about setting goals last week. A minute. I talked about setting goals last week. Okay, and I said that goals are milestones set on your journey towards your vision. Goals are milestones set on your journey towards achieving your vision. So it's always the first step towards turning the invisible to the visible. It's always the first step towards turning the invisible to the visible. It's always the first step. Okay? Set out your goals right and then put a pattern at which you're going to be able to achieve them. Right? Set it right, put a pattern, put a target on how, when, and you're going to achieve them. These are setting goals is habitual. It's the right habit. Right? Some you need to even from I talked about goal setting last week. So if you didn't look at that, if you're not there, it's right in the community. Search for it, or I just type my name. You're going to see that video. Look at it, listen to it. You're going to see different steps that I shared on how you can actually set the right goals and get the right results. Okay, but it's habitual. So take your big goal. Right, your big goal come from the picture of your future. And I said they are milestones. They're like clues. All right, you may not know how to get to your vision, but you can set milestones, which is the small goals that you can use trickle down from your 20 years plan, 10 years plan, 5 years plan, 10 year, a 1 year plan, trickle down to your daily plan. And then you can begin to evaluate yourself based on those things. Am I moving in the right direction? Am I getting the right direction? Oh, I didn't get the goals right. I didn't get the results that I needed. Something was wrong somewhere. And of course, at the end of the day, you will get the right results if you do it right. So setting goals is a habit you have to cultivate if you want to get the desired result. So you see how this is are tied today. Number 2 is capacity for vision. Not everyone has capacity for vision. Not everyone has the capacity for vision. If your vision is big, you will have the capacity for it. For some people, they are not useful. God unpicks the people he wants to use. If you are open, is going to not just only give you the vision, it's going to give you the capacity. So think about Joseph in the Bible or even Moses. Look at Moses. His birth was divine, and he was rescued. Right? His birth was divine. Right? His birth was divine. He was rescued. And another day he was uncomfortable because he knew he had a mission, he had the vision in him. Even though he was born in the palace, he was so uncomfortable being in the palace because he knew that was in what it was all about. So the vision troubled him in such a way that he even killed an Egyptian because of the vision. He wasn't said to be an Egyptian. He was said to be an Israelite. He was born to be an Israelite that was to deliver the children of Israel from the Egyptians. And here he finds himself being brainwashed to believe he's an Egyptian. But something because of the vision made him so uncomfortable, couldn't sleep, right? To the point that sometimes this is what he wants to do, right? He wants to behave like an Egyptian, but because of the vision, he finds himself behaving like an Israelite. Right? It's as simple as that. But at the end of the day, he had to run away because he did something that was terrible. Okay, so and of course, when they go build capacity and came back and of course achieved his results that he needed. Same thing with Joseph. He had the capacity, even at potential stages, but there was a vision. It was set to deliver a whole nation or a continent, to save a whole nation or continent. But he had to build capacity. So provision always comes for the vision. You have to have the capacity or develop the capacity for time. Like I said, that time vision is the big picture. And of course, you have purpose there, and your dedication to your why is also part of that. You have to be able to divine that. Like Dr. Miles Monroe says, all true vision will be tested for authenticity. If terminated by trials, it's not authentic. All true vision will be tested for authenticity. If it is terminated by trials, it's not authentic. That's it. If you want to know if your vision is true or real, hey, watch out when trials come. It definitely will not go smoothly. Look at Moses' case that I just shared. Moses' scenario. He had it tough. Look at Joseph. He had it tough. Trials is part of the process. Look at Daniel and the Bible. Look at Terry. Look at Dr. Martin Luther King. Look at great leaders. Look at great people who have lived in the sense of their legacies in the sense of time. Look at people who have rescued generations. Look at people who have made great innovation. It did not drop at their laps. They had to go through a process of testing, a process of trial. You have to go through a refining process. Gold can't be said to be gold until it's refined. And of course, when it's certified, it becomes authentic. And of course, provision comes. Provision comes. And of course, you see the greater results there. So all true vision will be tested for this. If it is stagnated, it is not authentic. But if it stays true, it is authentic. And of course, provision comes and then the results comes. Number 3 is continual learning. That's a habit, continual learning. Right? Someone who has capacity, who has a big vision will always be driven to continual learning. Because you don't have the capacity, you have to develop it. Nobody was born with the capacity. You have to develop it. You have to continually improve yourself. You have to continually learn. Right? If you can change your mind, you can change your life, or you can change anything. Learn, improve, right? Improve. Once anything you take in enhances your mind, you see things from different direction. You always see things differently. People can interpret it in a way, like one of my mentors used to say, watch what the world is doing, do the opposite. That's how you create the results. If you invest in yourself, soon other people will invest in your ideas. If you invest in yourself, soon other people will invest in your ideas. So invest in yourself. Run after knowledge. Go after personal development. Read books. Read tips. Not read tips. All right. Go for seminars. Attend conferences. Attend online events. Join communities. Contribute. All right. Be out there. Make yourself visible. Add. Learn. Share. If you do all these things, your results are very imminent. Nobody can stop your results. Nobody can stop someone that has been destined for greatness. Nobody, not even your village people, can stop them. I can tell you that for free. Your village people can, because you can like of Joseph, you can like of Daniel. Daniel had challenges, was put in lions there. Nobody can kill someone who's destined. Look at Joseph, he was destined. Nobody can kill you. You are too hot to be killed. Look at Jesus. He couldn't be killed. Look at Moses. He couldn't be killed. If you are destined for greatness, nobody can take your life. Nobody. Like we always say, they don't born them well. So run after our continual learning. Number 4 is relationship. Stay around the right people. Real success is impossible without building good relationships. Stay around the right people. Build quality networks. Build quality relationships. Right? Initially, that wasn't my strongest. Right? I had to learn that habits. These are some of the habits I developed along the way. If I want to become successful, you have to deal with your vulnerabilities. You have to deal with those things, all right? Before, I can be in a room, you won't hear. I always sit at the back of the room. Even in class, I don't ask questions. I had to deal with those insecurities. Today, I create relationships. If I'm in a room, I want to talk to everyone, especially the leaders. I want to talk to them. We spot ourselves, value, add to value. We connect. I had to start building quality networks, quality relationships. Some of the relationships I have today, I've never met some of them physically, but somehow we built them. And of course, if you have integrity, like begets like, or like attracts like. As simple as that. Okay? So stay around the right people. Build quality networks. Success is relationship. Success is relationship. Create the right relationships. And of course, you have to also have quality time management skills. Like they say, time is life. Life is time. Right? If you play with your life, no time, you have to play with your life. No time waits for no one. Today's 28th of January 2022. When do we say Happy New Year? Not quite long, but 28 days is gone. Can never be rewind. So we have just a few days to go in this January, and if February comes, before you know it's 2023. So what you do, pay attention to the things you do daily. Time management. Manage your time right. Because your life is running. Wow. 20% of your activities account for 80% of your results. As I've said that before. Same thing when it comes to time management. It means your time is being put on the activities. So that's why 80% of your lifetime you use for your job. Okay? So you use the quality part of your day for your work, and then use 20% later 80% of that time you've used it for the results that you have. So you have to look at what can you maximize 20% time for other things. You have to pay attention. All right? So I've shared 5 quality things, habits that you need to develop. 5 strong, solid habits that you need to develop. This is not exhaustive, just 5 out of so many that you need today to begin to develop so that you can create and enhance your results moving into 2022. So how do you develop these results? How do you develop good habits? I'm going to share that quickly. I'll wrap this up in another few minutes. How do you develop good habits? Sam Johnson says that the chain of habits are generally too weak to be felt and too strong to be broken. Chain of habits, too weak to be felt. Bad habits are too weak to be felt. But man, they create the bigger results. And they are strong enough to be broken. So you have to be able to deal decisively and work intentionally to build the right ones. So my first point is begin with the end in mind. What do you want to see in your life? What results do you want to achieve? What do you want to see in your life? What results do you want to achieve? It will determine what you do today. It will determine the results you get. It will determine what you want to do. It will also determine the results you get. 2, feed your mind with the right stuff. Our mind is the soul where habits are cultivated. Fill your mind with the right stuff. Our mind is where is the soul where habits are cultivated. That's where you plant it. If your mind is porous, if your mind is filled with debts, it will grow debts, and of course you will not get the results you desire. All right, you will not get the results you desire. But if your mind is filled with the right things, you will get the results that you desire. So fill your mind with the right stuff so you can get the results that you desire. Number 3 is be prepared to fight the battle of the mind. I'm not going to talk about this today. I'm probably going to talk about this in the next episode on the battle of the mind, right? Or the prison of the mind. We'll talk about that next week by the grace of God. Okay? But you know, be prepared to fight the battle of the mind. The mind is the battlefield where all life battles are either won or lost. True. The mind is the battlefield where, right, all life battles are either won or lost. Number 4, never focus on the habit you want to break, because what you focus on expands. Never focus on the habits you want to break. Why? What you focus on expands. So focus on the habits you want to cultivate. Life, there is no vacuum. In life, there's no vacuum. It's void of vacuum. Once you cultivate new habits, bad habits disappear. So intentionally begin to cultivate new habits. And the 5th thing there is replace habits. Replace old habits with new ones by cultivating the new ones, and of course the old ones disappear. So for me, now I had to develop the habits of continual learning, and of course that arose wanting to watch movies. It was tough because I love watching movies. I love watching movies, watch football. At some point, I had to ask myself, which of them, if you want to be watched on television, all right, if you want other people to watch on television, give them news, give them something to watch. You can't be in the news and also watching the news. You can't be in the news and also watching the news. So what you do is make the news, let people be watching it. Use the habits. So I had to deliberately begin to discipline myself I would probably find a balance much later, but for now, defeated myself to run after learning new things, doing things. Okay, before I came here, I had to learn, prepare my notes and all that, get ready. Of course, I had to study. Same thing. Focus on adding value. First, we form habits, and habits forms us. Okay, conquer your bad habits, or they will eventually conquer you. It's as simple as that. So do you want a new life? Do you want results in your life? Do you want to live an extraordinary life? Do you want to create better results in 2022? What should you do? Develop the right habits. They will enhance it. Right? That's my story. I'm sticking to it. That's my story. I believe you've gotten value from my story. I believe you've gotten value from this short conversation today. Very short conversation. We'll dive deeply into some different aspects of this same thing. All right, different aspects. And also going to be touching on something different in the next episode. But I believe this has been of value to you. So if you've gotten value, please don't fail to share with me in the comments. All right, share with me in the comments anything that resonates with you. If you listen to this before, listen to this after the replay, maybe the day after the join live, and listen to the replay, please feel free to share with me what you got from the conversation. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to share. I do not take this for granted. I'm so grateful for it to be used. I'm so grateful to be able to have to share this to you tonight. And I believe this evening, and I believe you got value from the conversation. Right? So, not sure I've been able to establish today why you need to develop the right habits, and of course, different habits that you need to cultivate today. Right? Bad habits or good habits. I told you that good habits, you don't have to do anything. Bad habits, you don't have to do anything. It forms, but good habit has to be intentional to develop. Of course, like I said, it's slow to cultivate. Right? The bad ones are not slow. Right? It's so easy to cultivate. And of course, I talked about different ones that I encourage, that way basic one. If you're able to develop these habits, it will influence the other ones. Of course, there are other habits that you need to develop, but if you could just set goals continuously and be able to make them daily, and of course, have capacity to vision, pursue continual learning, stay in the right around the right people, and of course, right, ensure that your time management skill is top notch. You will be able to develop better habits that can give you give you better results in your life. So I believe this has been valuable to you. I'm grateful for all those who joined the conversation tonight. If you have questions, drop in the comments. I will be able to come back there and share with you and be able to at least answer your questions in the comments. Okay, so this will continue in another few weeks. Okay, continue in another few weeks. And then we tweak it a bit, get some new persons to join us in the conversation. I believe it will be valuable, probably to the interview section. All right, but as it evolves on the way, all right, we just keep going. Okay, and of course, at the end of the day, I believe it's more importantly someone out there will hear this and be able to run with it and create the right results. Who was that person? I don't know. But I'm so glad if you can give and share your feedbacks. Thank you so much. My name remains Terry Omodibo. And like what I said, what I do simply is that I help individuals, professionals, business owners, entrepreneurs to actually create and build systems, processes, and competencies that will enable you to be able to get more impact, more influence, and of course, build income in the process. That's what I do simply, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you for joining me on this section of the Pathways to Success Live with Terry. I'm grateful, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye bye.